All right, so let's begin the show. And today, the second half session, we saw the market again going down below 25,000. But then overall, IT stellar performance today that was shown by the counters. In fact, while ending also, the top counters on the Nifty were from IT as far as the closing is concerned. Infosys, TCS, HCL Tech, Wipro, counters that really led the rally today. We did see a day high of 25,021. The broader indices, however, closed flat today in today's trade. But having said that, as per the market breadth is concerned, 1529 in decline and 1305 advances on the close as far as we can see right now. And mid cap and small caps closing flat. The market in terms of losers showed Adani Enterprises, Apollo Hospital, Nestle and BEL. Certain counters were top losers as far as Nifty is concerned. But then let's move to a very important news. We are tracking index rebalancing, wherein focus is MSCI August rejig. What is expected in terms of inflows and outflows? Sharad Dubey is with us with all the details. Sharad, what all are you gathering?
The MSCI rejig is scheduled for August 26th, and India is expected to see inflows overall of $250 to $270 million. As per note by Nuvama Alternative, here are the key stocks which would be in focus. The MSCI Standard Index, the key inclusions, they include Swiggy, Vishal Mega Mart, Hitachi Energies and Vari Energies, all of them ranging between $230 to $293 million. Up next, if you look at the exclusions, two names come, Sona BLW and Thermax, where expected outflows, they come between $117 to $165 million. Now, there's also weightage up happening for certain indices. There we'll see inflows coming in, and that stock is CG Power with $56 million of inflows coming in. Certain stocks where the weightage is down, Eternal being the maximum brunt, $571 million of outflows, while for Havells, JSPL and Asian Paints, it's a low number between $40 to $102 million. Also, let's look at the small cap index. What are the key inclusions? In the MSCI small cap index, they include Sona BLW, Thermax. Exclusion, Bharat Dynamics is there. And if you look at inclusions, there are two other names such as Nexus Select and Inventurous Knowledge as well. But do remember, all these adjustments will happen tomorrow in the last 1 hour of trade, and the effectiveness would be coming in from 27th of August.
That's right, Sharad. Thank you so much for all of those details. So MSCI August rejig adjustments to take place on the 26th of August, and India is expected to see a net outflow of around $250 to $270 million. We'll keep an eye on that and also give you all the updates as we get in. But then now let's talk about the technicals of the market and what should be your strategy for the day next. We have with us Lakshmikant Shukla, Technical Analyst, Institutional Research, Yes Securities India. Lakshmikant, thank you for giving your time to ET Now. It was a decent start to the week, we can say. Of course, it being a truncated week, the Wednesday session is a holiday for the Indian markets. But how do you see the markets level-wise, and what will be the strategy for the day next?
So on the daily chart, the Nifty formed a doji candle accompanied by smaller and lower wicks. The formation of this kind of signal reflects a tug of war between buyers and sellers, with neither side gaining dominance. This pattern highlights the current consolidation phase and a potential pause in the momentum, as still market is awaiting for the clear signal. On the downside, the levels of 24,850 remains an immediate support, followed by a stronger support zone which we have seen around the levels of 24,740 followed by 24,650. On the upside, 25,160 could act as the hurdle, as we have seen the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement, which is coming from the high of 25,670 toward 24,037, until Nifty will see give breakout of the levels of 25,160. We would see range bound consolidation within our mentioned support. So I think 25,160 will be the crucial hurdle. Once it surpasses this level, then after we could see further upside move toward the levels of 25,250 to 300 zone. While talking about Bank Nifty, so it is again started trading below its 100-day moving averages, and now in today's session it has formed doji kind of pattern. So immediate resistance is seen near the levels of 55,400 and till it hold below this level, a view will remain negative for the bank Nifty, as it is the clear underperformer for last few days. And if it break the levels of 54,900, then further correction is possible in bank Nifty toward the levels of 54,400. So that is my view about the Nifty and bank Nifty.
Sure. So, Lakshmikant, on those lines, what's going to be your pick for tomorrow's trade?
See, in today's session, we have seen a revival in the Nifty IT index after witnessing 2 days of profit booking. Again, Nifty IT has surpassed its previous swing high. So, my first pick is belong to IT space, that is LTIM. So, here we have seen a falling trend line breakout on the daily chart with the formation of bullish candle. So, we expect that this momentum will continue in LTIM, and we could see further upside move toward our target of 5,600, where on the downside, the levels of 5,150 could act as the strong support for this stock. Second stock, that is from metal space. So Indelco is looking good. Uh, Before 4 days, it has given the breakout, but for if we look at the sessions of last 3 to 4 days, it has been consolidating above that breakout. Now again in today's session, it has formed bullish parallel characteristic pattern, and it has surpassed its previous swing high. So we expect upside momentum will continue in Hindenco toward the levels of 750. Whereas our stop loss is seen around, we have seen the stop loss around the zone of 698. Till it hold this support, we could expect that this momentum will extend further toward a target of 750.
Two stock specific strategies, and both on the buy side. IT sector was top performing, and one such from the IT sector, HCL Technologies. Apart from the larger IT plays, the mid cap IT stocks were also doing good. But on Lakshmikant's radar, it's LTI Mindtree with a target price of 5,600. Keep an eye on that. And at the same time, Hindalco Metals too were shining in trade. Targets for 750 and 698 can be the stop loss, both the buy strategy coming in. Lakshmikant, thank you for your view on the markets as well as your stock specific recommendation. We let you go on that. Thank you so much. Have a nice day to you. Let's move ahead and have a look at the word from the Vice. Varun Lochab, head of institutional research, HDFC Securities, believes that the current market is a stock picker's one. He also talks about his top picks from within the pharma and healthcare space. Let's listen in.
More than sectoral, we believe it's going to be very stock specific from here on. It's bottom-up stock picking in each sector, which will determine, whether, how your portfolio does, because the sectoral calls and overall market call will add little value given, the levels at which we are. Something like Apollo Hospitals is still among our top picks in this entire healthcare space, and it continues to be part of our model portfolio. There are triggers beyond just the earning growth out there in form of demerger value creation. Apollo, even, Max Healthcare, we have a positive rating. So I think definitely healthcare looks better than pharma at this moment. But even in pharma, we do have, select opportunities like, Torrent, Alchem, where we are still positive. Sun Pharma, we are still positive despite some potential overhang from this whole tariff thing.
Those were the call from HDFC Security. But then time for a quick break, and post that, let's focus on paper stocks after this break.
Welcome back. While paper stocks were on fire during the trading session today, and this as the government did impose minimum import price on paper boards. Stocks like JK Paper, West Coast Paper, Andhra Paper did show signs of positivity from the start of the session and went up till 13, 14, even 18%. JK Paper was the outperformer. Let's go across to Sharad to get us all the key triggers that aid the stocks. Sharad.
Well, the paper stocks are on a tear, be it JK Paper, Andhra Paper, TNPL, and even West Coast Paper, all the stocks buzzing in trade. The most important news flow coming in for this sector during the weekend is that government has imposed the minimum import prices on virgin multi-layer paperboard. Now, this amendment has happened for the import policy under Chapter 48. Now, interestingly, the raw material prices are stable for the paper and the packaging industry, and the larger packaging demand is expected to kick in for the festive season as well. And generally, this happens in the second quarter. And initially, for the festive season, as per channel checks, suggested that there's a big demand coming for the packaging segment. Also, there are certain segments where the capacity expansions are also taking place, and do remember seasonally the third quarter and the fourth quarter is stronger when it comes to the paper industry and packaging, to be precise. Interestingly, the education and the NCERT syllabus change is also happening, where it will drive more demand for the books, and that's why the second order effect would be coming on the papers as well. So net strong positive triggers coming for the paper stocks, but these stocks have been on a tear in the day's trade.
All right, and now on to our big brokerage call of the day. We have Jefferies come out with a note on CRDMO players. They have also initiated coverage on Coggins Life. Varun is here with all those details. Varun?
So Jefferies has come out with a note on the whole CDMO space, and they say that the CRDMO space is actually at an inflection point, and this CDMO space is actually fetching investors' attention like global peers, and with a market cap of around $40 to $50 billion. Also, they believe that the China Plus One is actually a structural story that can actually drive high teen revenue CAGR for the next decade. And also they say that China Plus opportunity can be annual sales of around $700 million opportunity. Also the rapidly evolving pipeline and GLP to provide additional boost to the overall industry. They have a initiating coverage on Cohen's Life with a buy and a price target of 1150 rupees. They have upgraded DV's lab to buy from hold, and they have raised the price target from 6750 to 7150. And also they say that Sai Life, that is one stock which is the top pick in the sector, and they have raised the price target from 1000 to 1100 with a buy call on the stock. Also they have a buy call on Piramal Pharma with a price target of 260. Gland Pharma is a hold. Laurus Lab underperforms, and Syngene hold with a price target cut from 730 to 720. So the whole CDMO players, all the CDMO players would be in focus today, especially Cohen's Life, Sai Life, and also DV's Lab.
Absolutely. So that's the Jefferies take on CDMO space, a sub-segment of pharma. And in particular, Cohen's Life and Life Sciences scripts on the radar. Thanks for that update, Varun. And let us now take a look at the cement industry. Well, Yes Securities has conducted channel checks on all India average prices. How is demand shaping up? Ashesha is here with all the highlights of the channel checks. Ashesha, what does the latest channel check for cement sector suggest?
Well, yes, channel checks suggest that cement prices on an average have declined by nearly 4 rupees per bag in the month of August so far. Now, if we look at the region-wise performance, Eastern region saw the steepest cut of nearly 6 rupees per bag, followed by Western and Southern region where prices declined by about 5 to 4 rupees per bag. This is on a month-on-month basis in the month of August so far. Central region prices have declined by 2 rupees per bag, and prices have remained largely flat in the Northern region in the month of August so far. Now, if we look at the reasons which led to the fall, one of course is the continuous monsoon and heavy showers that we have seen across several states. Sand mining issues, crop sowing activities, labor shortages, and liquidity crunch across several states. So these are some of the reasons which led to the fall in cement prices in the month of August. As far as demand trends are concerned, that continues to remain sluggish. Now remember, demand remains subdued in the month of August. It has declined by about 20 to 25% on a year-on-year basis in the month of August, and also a decline of nearly 30 to 35% on a month-on-month basis as well. Remember, mid-monsoon conditions followed by festive season is likely to weigh heavy on demand going forward as well, and dealers are expecting demand to revive only after Diwali this year. So yes, demand trends have been sluggish, but remember there is buzz of price hike to the tune of 20 to 25 rupees per bag with effect from August end. However, dealers are saying that this perhaps will not be sustainable going forward because of the kind of demand trends that we are seeing. So for now, prices have declined, demand has been sluggish, and dealers are penciling hopes of demand revival only after Diwali this year.
All right, Ashesha, thank you so much for those details. But then let's cut across Rabindra, who's got the list of stocks and news. Rabindra, over to you.
Well, yes, IREDA is in focus. The company has signed an MOU with Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and under this MOU, the Government of India has set a revenue target of Rs 8,200 crore for fiscal year FY26, and IREDA has exceeded its revenue from operation target in FY24-25, achieving 6,743 crore against the target of 5,957 crore. Apart from this, Star Cement were also in the focus in today's trading session, where Star Cement Northeast Limited, which is a subsidiary company of Limited company has declared a preferred bidder for mining lease of Parewa limestone block and district Jaisalmer by government of Rajasthan. Moving to next, Godrej Property is also in the focus, where Godrej Property has sold homes worth over rupees 1,000 crore at the launch of its project Godrej Regal Pavilion in Hyderabad. If we talk about stock that was there were focus on the back of the brokerage note, first is KPIT Technology, where Motilal Oswal has initiated a coverage with buy rating with target price of rupees 1600 on KPIT Technologies, and they said that the EBIT margin are expected to expand from 17.1% in FY25 to 19% in FY28. And lastly, Divis Life were also in the focus on back of the Jeffries note, where Jeffries has upgraded the stock from hold to buy, and they have hiked target price to rupees 7,150 as compared to earlier target price of rupees 6,750. And they say that the Divis has best GLP-1 pipeline in India CRDMO and key candidate to benefit from China Plus One. So back of this, Divis Life were also in the focus.
Thank you, Ravinder, for all of those news and updates. Moving ahead, RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra speaks about the resilience of the Indian economy. He says that India is set and projected to be the third largest economy of the world. Let's listen in.
The Indian economy also has expanded manifold. It continues to be a symbol of resilience and hope. The achievements of the Indian economy, despite unprecedented challenges in the last few years, are undoubtedly very creditable and widely recognized. The Indian economy today is characterized by robust macroeconomic fundamentals. The Indian economy rebounded post-COVID. We recorded 8% per annum, almost 8% per annum growth CAGR in the last 4 years. The IMF projects that we'll again be one of the fastest major economies in the world. We have very robust foreign exchange reserves, $695 billion US dollars, as per the latest figures that are available with us, sufficient to cover 11 months of merchandise exports. This has been all possible because of the very strong and prudent fiscal and monetary policies followed by the government and the various regulators over the last few years.
Now let's take a look at the cues, triggers and events to watch out for the session next. Snehi is here with all the details. Snehi?
Well, yes, lots of cues to watch out for. The most important thing to track is going to be the MSCI Rejig Index. To be precise, it's the MSCI Global Standard Indexes. That changes in the constituents of this index will take place towards market close. So the last 1 hour, last half an hour of trade could be volatile. Names like Swiggy, Vishal Megamart, Vadi Energies, Hitachi Energy India are going to be included. And the exclusions include names like Sona BLW and Thermax. Other than that, from the US, you have Conference Board consumer confidence numbers coming out, and from Japan you have services PPI. But shifting focus back home, lots of stocks to track. HDFC Bank will be trading X bonus in the ratio 1:1. Karur Vyasa Bank will be trading X bonus in the ratio 1:5. PM Modi is going to be inaugurating Maruti Suzuki's first BEV vehicle, which is e-Vitara in Gujarat, so watch out for that. Gillette India, JBM Auto, Mass Financial, Vedanta will be trading X dividend, and it's going to be the last day to buy the names of Aster DM, Guj Pipavav, Jyoti Labs, Vedant Fashion to be eligible for their dividend record date if you wish to do so. In terms of AGMs, all eyes are going to be on Grasim, Chambal Fertilizer, Power Grid, CSB Bank, HCL Tech, Niva Bupa, a lot of other companies are going to be in focus on the back of their AGMs. In terms of the primary market, Vikram Engineering IPO will be opening and Vikram Solar IPO will be listing on the bourses. And in terms of other events, then some important commentary to track. Bank of France Governor Francois Villarao de Gallo is going to be speaking, and Richmond Fed President Tom Barkin is also going to be speaking. So watch out for all of these commentaries as well as all of these cues.
Absolutely. Loads of triggers and economic indicative actions on the radar. We'll keep a watch on all of that and also give you updates from time to time. But with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Your Trades. It's a goodbye from me, but there's a lot lined up on the other side. You stay tuned with ET Now.